right now. In just the past hour, state police told Channel 11 they are looking for this man. They say he's responsible for the death of an 11-month-old girl. Investigators released a lot of new information about the tragedy. Channel 11's Melanie Marsalco joins us live right now with the breaking details.
Yeah, Liz, we just got more details from state police. They tell us that this 11-month-old baby girl was found dead, wrapped up in blankets and cold to the touch by the time her mother actually found her inside this apartment. And the suspect police are looking for is the mother's new boyfriend. This is what we want to show you. This is who police are looking for. This is Derek Bass. He's known and goes by Hector, and he's from the Uniontown area. Police say Bass was the mother's new boyfriend and was watching that little girl with his two children at the Laurel Hill Housing apartment complex in East Huntington Township Saturday night while that baby's mother was working. Police say Bass never picked her up from work, and when she finally got home, she noticed her baby and some of her electronics were missing. It wasn't until nearly an hour later she found her baby dead in a pack-and-play covered in blankets.
You're talking about the purest form of life as an infant, the purest form of honesty and integrity and innocence, an infant, and he decided to take that life.
Very well.
And at this point, state police are doing everything they can to try to locate Bass. They believe that he is local at this point. He does have a warrant for his arrest for homicide, abuse of a corpse, and theft charges. We're going to be following this story. As soon as we get any more updates or developments, we'll be sure to pass them along to you. Reporting live from outside the State Police Barracks in Greensburg tonight, I'm Melanie Marsalco for Channel 11 News.
Melanie, thanks. And a woman is in the hospital right now after being hit by a car while crossing a street in Manchester. We sent a crew out there as soon as we found out about this, and that's where we find Mike Holden live right now. Mike, what are you learning?
Liz, police have since cleared the crash site. We know they are actively investigating and trying to piece this together. But it all went down right here at this very busy bus stop. We've been out here for the last several hours, and in between this live report and gathering information, we spotted one person after the next coming up to us and saying, this is so incredibly dangerous out here, and they want something to be done. Channel 11 was there as Pittsburgh and Port Authority police rushed to the crash site in Pittsburgh's Manchester neighborhood. Pittsburgh police confirm a woman just getting off of this PAT bus crossed into the street around 8 o'clock this morning. As she was walking across Chateau Street, she was hit by a car. The impact of the crash was so strong, the woman was thrown midair. Medics picked her up and took her to the hospital for treatment. Police say she's in serious to stable condition. Meantime, police say the driver stayed on scene and is now cooperating with the investigation.
They don't slow down whatsoever. There's no type of stops at this point. And even on the other side where there is a red light, they do the same thing over there.
Now, at this point out here live this afternoon, no charges have been filed against the driver. We're going to make constant checks with Pittsburgh police throughout the course of the day, and we're also going to check in with the Port Authority to see if they're aware of the issue so many people are telling us about. Look for that side of the story coming up at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live from Pittsburgh's Manchester neighborhood, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
And police returned fire, killing a man in Penn Hills. We had a crew so close to this scene that they actually heard the gunshots. Allegheny County police say they were looking for suspects in a homicide down the street when they went to a house on Frankstown Avenue. A homeowner told them that 4 young men were there, but only 3 came out when officers asked them to. Investigators say the 4th was hiding in the basement and fired at a Penn Hills officer before charging at him. Police say the officer returned fire and hit the man, killing him. Now, this all happened just up the street from a homicide investigation. Our crew was actually with police when we heard that gunfire. You can see crime scene tape surrounding a car along Sharon Court. That car covered with a sheet. Police told us a man was found dead inside.
And heard 3 shots, rapid fire. Thought to myself, that does not sound like fireworks. That sounds like shooting. Too afraid to really come out because it was such a rapid fire and it was so close to home.
And we're working right now to get an update on both these stories. Look for developing details tonight starting at 5 on Channel 11 News. And Channel 11 has new information on the shooting of an off-duty Pittsburgh police officer. We've learned the officer is Calvin Hall. He's been with Pittsburgh Police for 2 years, and before that, he worked for Braddock Police. Police say he was visiting friends in Homewood early Sunday when he was shot multiple times on Monticello Street. Officers say there was a party going on at the time, and an argument led to the shooting. Police are still looking for the shooter. And meantime, one person is dead and 2 others recovering after a crash in Polish Hill. We're told a car and motorcycle collided on Bigelow Boulevard. Police tell us the driver of the motorcycle was killed. His passenger and 1 person in the car were hurt. We're working to find out right now how they're doing. And a traffic alert for drivers in Baldwin. Streets Run Road is shutting down between Doyle Road and Route 51. Now, originally, police stated that the work would begin today, but officials now say it'll close Wednesday and remain closed for about a month. Crews will be fixing the hillside there after a couple of landslides, and then they'll resurface the road. A project that will change the look of Pittsburgh is kicking off today. The Connector Project will create a green space spanning Interstate 579, that's Crosstown Boulevard. But this is much more than just a park. Channel 11's Lori Hoy joins us live with a look at what's in the works. Hi, Lori.
Hey Liz, good afternoon. Well, construction workers are here right now as work begins on the CAP Connector project that will be located right over here. PennDOT tells me that this is a $29 million project that will link downtown Pittsburgh to the Hill District. Now, this is an artist image of what the CAP project will look like when it's finished in November 2021. A structure will span I-579, also known as the Crosstown Expressway, connecting downtown to the Hill. It'll include a new 3-acre green space with pedestrian pathways, bicycle routes, rain gardens for stormwater management, and design elements from neighborhood artists. There will also be roadway construction, drainage improvements, and new traffic signals, highway lighting, and landscaping. And heads up to pedestrians and drivers, PennDOT says to watch out for sidewalk and road restrictions during construction. I asked people who were walking to work what they thought of the project.
I think that's an awesome idea. I think a lot of people will utilize that that area and that space. I think it's a beautiful, backdrop for everybody to ride around and have a good time in the city.
Now, PennDOT says the CAP project will significantly improve the safety for pedestrians and bicyclists. We'll have more on that tonight at 5. Reporting live from downtown, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
All right, Lori, thanks. And a lot of sun with a high in the mid-80s again today. Severe weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is here. Danielle, beautiful day today. Might not last, though.
Yeah, we're going to have some changes coming in here, Liz. That humidity is really going to be building as soon as tonight. We're going to be tracking that plus the unsettled weather pattern ahead. Take a live look outside, and it's 80 degrees. The heat index is at 80. That's because we have very low humidity today, so it's a really comfortable afternoon for us with plenty of sunshine as we take this live look over downtown Pittsburgh. It's 77 in Greensburg right now, 80 in Washington, 81 Beaver, hotter in Morgantown at 82. Here's our dew point meter. It's in the comfortable category because that dew point is at 56 degrees. Again, that's a measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. You start getting that in the 60s and 70s, you get the uncomfortable, oppressive feel to the air, and that's what's going to be with us as we head through the day tomorrow. So enjoy today. If you're doing a little swimming this afternoon, the temperatures will be climbing into the mid-80s. About 83 at 2, 85 at 5 o'clock. Plenty of sunshine and still really warm at the 8 o'clock hour with that temperature rate at 82 degrees. As I mentioned, the humidity is building tonight. We have a warm front that's going to be lifting across the area, so that humidity's back tomorrow, and so are the storm chances. I'm going to walk you hour by hour through our storm tracker and what you can expect for Tuesday coming up in just minutes. Liz?
A family left picking up the pieces after a fire destroyed their home in Hampton Township. The flames lit up the sky on Dealo Drive early yesterday. Firefighters couldn't save the house, but stopped the flames from spreading. We're told a house next door, though, does have some damage from the heat. Good news, no one was hurt, and the cause is under investigation. Pittsburgh police are asking for help finding a man that they say sped away from officers in Bloomfield. Police say they tried to stop Dorian Montgomery for a suspended license at a gas station near Penn Avenue, but he took off. They later found his car near 30th and Smallman Streets in the Strip District, and they say there were 2 guns, crack cocaine, heroin, and about $5,000 of cash in it. Despite a major lawsuit filed last week, another piece of Weirton steel mill has been demolished. Demolition started at the ArcelorMittal plant back in March. Crews brought down another portion of the BOP on Saturday, this time without using explosives. Last week, 78 people who live near the plant filed a lawsuit claiming that the first demolition caused damage to their health and homes. Well, nearly all Republicans staying silent after explosive tweets by President Trump. He told a group of Democratic women in Congress to go back to the countries they came from. All of them are U.S. citizens. Our Bofta Iman is in our Washington, D.C. bureau with reaction from both sides.
The president still at it even within the past hour, and since racist tweets were posted Sunday. Only one Republican congressman, Chip Roy, condemned Trump's tweets. He said POTUS was wrong to say any American citizen, whether in Congress or not, has any home besides the U.S. But Roy's comments have not stopped the president's attacks. The congresswomen the president was referring to have been outspoken against the Trump administration's immigration policies. Trump just recently tweeted, "We all know that AOC and this crowd are a bunch of communists. They hate Israel, they hate our own country," and continued to say they are anti-Semitic, they're anti-America. We don't need to know anything about them personally, talk about their policies. Democrats are united in condemning the president's language, calling him a racist and bigot.
Everybody knows that the president acts like a white supremacist. He is a racist.
I don't think that the president's intent in any way is racist. I think he's trying to point out the fact that since elected, it's hard to find anything Ilhan Omar said that actually is supportive of the United States of America.
All of this unfolding as the Trump administration is hosting a summit this morning focused on combating anti-Semitism. In Washington, Bofta Iman, Channel 11 News.
Oh, there were some tense moments on a JetBlue plane this past weekend. A photo of a suicide vest was airdropped to flight attendants. Airdrop's a way to transfer photos between Apple devices. The airline took no chances. The plane was moved to a remote area of the Newark airport and was evacuated. Passengers and luggage were rescreened before taking off. And American Airlines will keep the Boeing 737 MAX off its schedule until at least November 3rd. That's 2 months longer than it had planned. American is canceling roughly 115 flights per day. United has already extended cancellations until early November. The Wall Street Journal reports fixing the MAX's flight control software and completing other steps to start carrying passengers will likely stretch into 2020. Flames sparked twice at a local building, but it's not the fire that has people worried. The chemicals found inside that has the state investigating. And ever buy something and then realize it cost more than expected? Well, the frustration growing over fees hidden in everything from your phone bill to airline tickets. Next.
And I'm tracking when showers and thunderstorms return and when those high temperatures climb back into the 90s.
Only Channel 11 Morning News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracks storms down to your neighborhood, and Tricia Pittman helps you get around backups. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News.
Summer Jeopardy.
Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg battled the undead on a road trip to a California amusement park in this 2009 film.
What is Zombieland?
Yes.
Jeopardy, tonight at 7, followed by Wheel of Fortune. Channel 11 News, 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Amazon Prime Day is underway. The shopping event now stretches over 48 hours, with Amazon promising more than 1 million deals. It also hopes to avoid the website crash that hurt sales last year. Lots of other retailers are also running sales. Walmart's Summer Savings event runs through Wednesday, and Target's Deal Days runs today and tomorrow. Well, it's become one of the most aggravating, most frustrating parts of buying a product or service. We think we're going to end up paying one price, but it ends up being far different than the actual cost. NBC's Chris Clackham has more on hidden fees.
About all those hidden fees we usually don't see until after we get the bill, Consumer Reports asked for our opinion and got an earful.
96% said they were annoyed by hidden fees they experienced in their lives.
Like when they went to buy tickets or pay a phone, cable, car rental, hotel, or airline bill.
85% of people said in the last 2 years they'd noticed a hidden fee in a bill.
Anna Layton at Consumer Reports says there were so many complaints that they launched a new website asking consumers to share their hidden fee horror stories. And the new round of outrage is getting results. Just last week, Marriott was slapped with a lawsuit by the Attorney General in D.C., accusing the hotel giant of charging deceptive and misleading resort fees.
The thing called a resort fee is lumped in with taxes and other fees.
It's not just one company acting badly. It's a marketplace where consumers are losing power.
What advocates want from retailers is full disclosure up front.
Require them to put the total amount you're going to pay right up front so people can make that decision in the calmest way possible.
Those advocates are already lobbying government to require disclosure just in case retailers don't do it voluntarily. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
And a Wilkinsburg man is facing more charges after officials say he illegally dumped trash in Penn Hills. Our partners at the Trib shared this video with us. Investigators say Ricky Stallworth Jr., you can see him there, just dumping debris and furniture, officials say, on Beechford Road earlier this month. He was also charged for incidents back in May. He faces $4,000 in fines plus cleanup costs. And Penn Hills officials are cracking down on illegal dumpsters. The new strategy includes putting cameras up, increasing fines, and cleaning up the illegal dumping sites. The mayor is also considering an ordinance that would push for jail time for people who dump stuff illegally. Officials with the state DEP are back in Beaver County. They're sifting through a building that caught fire twice this weekend and leaked chlorine into the area. The fires were at the old Beaver Alkali Products building in Rochester. The fires created thick clouds and people were told not to leave their houses for a while. The DEP thinks that there are more spilled chemicals in the building, so that's what they're working to clean up, and we will make sure we follow up and let you know what they find.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Hope you're having a great Monday. Taking a look at what is going on with our weather today. We've got high pressure in control. We've got a front down to the south. This front is actually going to be lifting north as a warm front as we head into tonight and the day tomorrow. So as that steadily increases across the area, the humidity is going to be picking up, and what is really a nice, comfortable day today will turn even more humid as we head into the day tomorrow. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. You'll notice no rain over the area. I want to expand the view and take you down to the south, where we are continuing to track what is left over from Barry, which actually did become a hurricane before making landfall. You can see kind of a swirl with the clouds there. That's the counterclockwise wind flow around the low pressure. And just look at all that moisture being pumped in still from Barry in the Gulf of Mexico. So what happens is all this moisture kind of takes a jog toward the north and then eventually the northeast. northeast, and that moisture is going to overspread our area as we head into Wednesday. You combine that with the heat, and you'll have scattered showers and storms for the middle part of the week. We do have that warm front, though, crossing across the area tonight and tomorrow, so it could be a stray shower when you head out the door early Tuesday. That was a look around 5 o'clock hour. This is 7:30 a.m. A couple of stray showers here and there. More widespread showers and storms, though, will be in the forecast for Tuesday afternoon. They'll be building, especially by the later part of the day when we get that heating around 3 o'clock. You'll see a couple of stray ones there up to the north. But here comes about 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and more showers and storms are coming in from the west. Notice those yellows and orange colors. That's representing where the heavy rain will be. This is a look at 7:30 in the evening Tuesday. Showers and storms crossing from west to east through Westmoreland County, Indiana County as well. Overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday, there's still going to be some scattered showers around and perhaps even an isolated thunderstorm. For your Wednesday morning commute, I'd have your umbrella with you. And then by Wednesday afternoon, again, those remnants from Barry are going to be coming across the area, so we'll have more showers and storms. As you see, though, on Storm Tracker, each and every day that goes by, while we will have storm chances, it's not going to be a washout for us. It doesn't look like at this time. We have mid-upper 60s tonight for you, 67 degrees, so not quite as cool, and that is because those dew points are coming up. So the moisture is increasing across the area, which will actually prevent it from those temperatures tonight from dropping a whole lot. So that's why we'll start out in the upper 60s, 75 at 9, 84 at 1, and again, just tracking that chance for some thunderstorms. So if you're out and about, keep in mind lightning, of course, is a threat out there for tomorrow. 83 in Washington, the high in Pittsburgh, about 85, 83 in Uniontown. When you factor in humidity, it's going to feel closer to the upper 80s tomorrow. Here's my 5-day forecast, and the heat is really building as we head into the end of the week and weekend. Coming up in this next half hour, we're talking heat index values. You don't want to miss how high they go. I'll have that coming up at 12:30.
All right, Danielle, thanks. Well, none of us want to think about the end of summer, but now is the time to start back to school shopping. Our consumer advisor tells us about the one thing you don't want to buy for your kid. Plus, more than 1 million people say they plan to storm Area 51 to find aliens. It may be all fun and games, but not to the Air Force. The warning ahead.
A little yarn is going a long way at local hospitals. Volunteers turn ordinary yarn into extraordinary wigs for children battling cancer.
You're touching a child's life, or a mother for the first time is seeing her child smile. It's very touching.
Giving children a reason to smile makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shop. is on Channel 11. Look for drawings at 7 and 11:11 p.m.
Welcome back, where our partners at the Trib tell us that 3 kayakers are safe after a rescue on the Kiski River in Armstrong County. They got stuck and their kayaks sank. The rescue team used a boat to pull them out of the water. We're told they had a dog with them too, but he swam to shore by himself. And 2 kids are safe after being rescued from an apartment fire in New Mexico. Take a look at this. The workers say that they saw a man screaming for help from a 2nd-story window. Look at all that fire there. The rest of the crew was trying to bring their ladders over, but time was running out. So one of the workers called out for the man to drop the kids into his arms.
He might not remember my name or my face, but he knows that somebody helped, and that's all that I care about, honestly.
And one woman was taken into custody on arson charges. Police say she admitted to starting 2 fires in the apartment using paper and an electric stove. Well, more than 1 million Facebook users say they're going to raid Area 51 in Nevada on September 20th. They say they want to see aliens. The Facebook event page is titled Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us. The event may be all fun and games, but the Air Force is taking it seriously. They issued a warning discouraging anyone from trying to come into an area where armed forces are trained. The mysterious Area 51 has been the subject of conspiracy theories for decades. Many people believe the U.S. government stores secrets about UFOs and aliens there at the military site. Well, fewer teenagers are taking summer jobs, but they're not all staying home. What they're doing instead of collecting a paycheck.
And it feels much like the air temperature outside today because there's hardly any humidity. That will be changing in the days ahead. We'll take a look at what it's going to feel like later this week.
The home for the drawings for the Pennsylvania Lottery is Channel 11. You can only see the lottery drawings on Channel 11 right before Jeopardy and at 11:11 on Channel 11 News. The Pennsylvania Lottery is on Channel 11.
Stations cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown. More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
And now to severe weather Team 11 coverage. Warm temperatures. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier is tracking when high humidity will return. Danielle.
Yeah, so we've got the warmth coming into the forecast. Today's really still warm, right? Mid-80s, just a couple of degrees above average. But by the end of the week, these temperatures are soaring. So take a look at what this weather pattern is going to be turning into. We've got this high pressure that's going to be building over the next couple of days. And this high pressure, as it's going to have a strong hold over our weather, jet stream, those little white arrows that you see. So when we talk about jet stream, it's when you go up in elevation where the planes fly. Our weather pattern is the jet stream is really flattening out well north of our area. So when this happens, this means that the heat is building. And you couple that with the high humidity, we're going to have our moisture content, our dew points in the mid-70s by Friday and Saturday. So what that means to you is when you factor in the high temperatures climbing in the 90s and the dew points into the mid-70s, our heat index values, Liz and everyone at home, by the end of the week are going to be up around 100 degrees. So we're talking some extreme heat and humidity by the end of the week and weekend. Luckily, with that said, the weather pattern is going to also be bringing in a couple of stray showers and storms to round out the week, so that may help cool this off. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
A new law goes into effect today. It helps protect children left in hot cars. The law will protect Good Samaritans from liability for damages if they believe a child is in danger and needs to be rescued. A similar bill was passed last year, allowing police to enter a car to save an animal. The National Safety Council reports 51 children died from heat stroke in a car last year. And now to the latest on those threatened raids on undocumented immigrants nationwide. They have started in 10 major cities, but at a much slower pace than expected. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has the developing story.
After protests this weekend across the country, today planned roundups by Immigration and Customs Enforcement are underway, though apparently smaller and quieter than what was widely expected.
People come into our country illegally, we're taking them out legally. It's very simple. It's not something I like doing, but people have come into our country illegally. We're focused on criminals.
Arrests had been expected in at least 10 major cities, including Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, and New York. Small raids were reported in 2 New York neighborhoods on Saturday, but it's not clear if they were part of the wider crackdown. Several mayors are defiant, refusing to cooperate.
What we are working on is doing everything we can to push back against what the Trump administration is doing.
Volunteers in North Carolina even patrolled neighborhoods looking for ICE officers.
We are out today doing ICE Watch.
On Sunday, a top immigration official refused to say whether children caught up in deportation raids would be separated from their parents.
I'm not going to say yes or no to anything like that, because then certain people out there can write themselves off the list or find a way to play a loophole.
It all comes as the battle over the border intensifies. This video inside a detention center in McAllen, Texas, drawing outrage. Migrants shouting they had no showers as Vice President Mike Pence toured the facility. One journalist on the tour described a horrendous stench.
You're at your capacity here.
A second facility in nearby Donna, Texas, was less crowded.
I couldn't be more impressed with the compassionate work that our Customs and Border Protection are doing here at this facility.
A senior administration official says the goal of arresting 2,000 undocumented immigrants could be reached over the coming days. And bail has been denied for a Northside man accused of sexual assault. A judge says that Michael Ponton is a threat to the victim and to the community. Ponton was arrested early yesterday. Police say the assault happened just hours before that arrest. He's right now being held in the Allegheny County Jail without bail. And a wild story out of Beaver County. A woman is accused of stealing a police cruiser while handcuffed.
Anything you want to say?
Not a lot to say, although she did stick her tongue out at us. We were there when police took Monica Christian to jail. They say she was arrested Saturday for a warrant out of Texas. She was handcuffed behind her back and placed in the back seat of a cruiser, but somehow she managed to shimmy her way through the cage and into the driver's seat. Police say it took several hours, but thanks to concerned residents, she was taken into custody. Police are making their presence known in Harmer, and they say those efforts are curbing drug activity. Harmer police told our partners at the Trib that more officers are patrolling the area, possibly deterring drug dealers and buyers. The department is staffed 24/7 with at least 2 officers per shift. Well, the summer job was once an important rite of passage, but now studies show teens are steering clear of summer employment, and instead they're taking more classes or doing activities to help with college applications. CNBC's Kate Rogers takes a look at what this trend means for business owners.
Hi, what can I get for you today?
Janiah Hill is kicking off her second summer working at Pucker Lemonades and Beach Fries in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The 16-year-old is making $10.50 an hour, 50 cents above the state minimum wage, working the register and serving up cold drinks and fries to customers on the boardwalk.
Well, when I'm not in school over the summer, I like to keep myself busy. I want to have a job. I want to work. I want to have my own money.
Hill may enjoy working, but the share of teens working or seeking work in June, July, and August has been stagnant in recent years. At the same time, the number of teens enrolled in summer courses has gone up significantly. And while preparing for college is important, experts say so too is having that first job.
We hear a lot of conversation about being college ready. We don't hear a lot of conversations about being work ready. You can only learn so much in a classroom about how to actually work. In many cases, those first jobs are really important at teaching skills that supplement classroom education but can't replace it.
Whether it's summer courses or other extracurricular activities, franchisee Mike Haynes says he's seen a shift in the availability of teen workers at his 4 tropical smoothie cafe locations in the Atlanta area.
They're doing things like volunteer work. They're engaged in their churches, whether it's volunteering there. They're looking at their extracurricular activities. They're taking additional summer courses, whereas previously the labor pool for summer students would have been much higher.
In fact, he says in order to remain flexible with teen scheduling, he's getting creative, hiring more workers. Meanwhile, Hill's boss, Anthony Bannon, says he's shifted his recruiting tactics as well, bringing younger workers into the fold as older teens became less available.
As 15, 16, 17-year-olds aren't working as much, we've had to actually open it up to 14 and 15-year-olds using programs like working papers and working with schools.
As teen worker availability shifts, so too do the tactics around retaining and recruiting these teens to come to work in the summer. I'm Kate Rogers, CNBC Business News in Asbury Park, New Jersey.
A Butler County commissioner wanted to give the county's old voting machines to schools, but he can't because of state rules. Our news partners at Butler Radio report a company is expected to collect the old machines, wipe their data, and properly dispose of them. Last year, the state mandated all counties get voting machines with paper records. And a medical marijuana company has its sights set on Pittsburgh. Jushi Holdings bought a company that set up dispensaries across the state. As part of the deal, they get the rights to open 10 new stores. They told our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Journal that Pittsburgh is a highly desirable region. And Pittsburgh makes the top 10 in a list we'd rather not be on. How many hours drivers were stuck in traffic last year. And a Boy Scout troop from Pennsylvania to the rescue, how they used their training to save a couple stranded at sea.
Our weather can change in an instant. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11, the most experienced forecasters, using the most powerful tools to keep you ahead of every twist and turn.
Rain coming in during the morning commute.
Without the hype, just the information you need to know. Real, clear, accurate, to help you plan your commute and your weekend. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper and Severe Weather Team 11. That's coverage.
want news from where you live.
A Boy Scouts troop from Pennsylvania rescued a couple in the Florida Keys. 5 scouts from Delaware County were on a sailing trip in the Keys. They were about 4 miles from shore when they spotted a capsized boat and a couple desperate for help. So the boys grabbed life jackets and threw out rope to help the couple.
We were prepared for that kind of situation on the boat with like the life jackets and the things that we needed to make sure that those people would be able to get on our boat.
And now the man and the woman are okay. The scouts say they remained calm and used the training that they've learned over the years. Well, do you feel like you spent a lot of time sitting in traffic? Certainly here in Pittsburgh, and a new study is now validating all of us as one of the 10 most congested cities in the country. According to our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times, Pittsburgh drivers lost an average of 127 hours sitting in traffic last year. That's more than 5 full days. The study determined that time lost due to traffic resulted in drivers losing more than $1,700 in direct and indirect costs. Well, none of us want to think about the end of summer, but now is apparently the time to start your back-to-school shopping. Our consumer advisor tells us, though, about the one thing you don't want to buy for your kid. That's next.
Nice today. Enjoy the weather. Things are changing as we head through the next couple of days. I've got the latest timing on those showers and thunderstorms coming up next.
Channel 11 News, 11 and 11 means you get 11 minutes of news and weather
Before the first commercial.
It means live coverage of breaking news, local news, and your first look at weather.
All before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News, 11 and 11.
Watch.
News 11 at 11. Accurate details, experienced coverage, trusted weather source.
I'm tracking a strong storm moving into Greensburg.
All in the first 11 minutes of our newscast. Count on Channel 11 News 11 at 11 tonight. Watch David Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
All right, welcome back. Well, there's still plenty of summer left, but now is the time to think about back-to-school shopping. Our consumer advisor, Clark Howard, tells us about the one thing that you don't want to buy for your kid.
When your kids go back to school, there's a big pitch now at elementary, middle, high school, even now at a lot of colleges, pushing a lot of different insurance products on you. Could be some form of health insurance that your son or daughter may need because you may not have that, or it could be some kind of accident policy or disability or whatever. The thing is, there are so many priorities in life, and you got to be careful where you put your money. The policies will come with these colorful brochures that tell you how great they are, but you need to put your money where it really needs to be in your life, not on obscure things. So avoid buying any of those really jazzy policies and make sure the main stuff is taken care of. The most important thing is that you have health insurance for your child, not all these other things that's coming home from the school. I'm Clark Howard.
And you can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Well, we could soon see higher gas prices thanks to Hurricane Barry. The storm is now downgraded, but it caused some problems when it was churning in the Gulf. The storm may cause some of the country's major gas refineries to shut down and drive gas prices up. There could also be some supply problems. Right now, the national average is $2.78 a gallon. In Pennsylvania, it's about $2.93 a gallon. And worst of all, here in Pittsburgh, it's even more, nearly $3 per gallon.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Taking a look at our temperatures right now, they're in the upper 70s to low 80s. It's 80 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Beaver. But check out our 24-hour dew point change. When we look at this map, what it tells you is how much the dew points have gone down from this time yesterday. Dew points are just to measure the amount of moisture in the air. So we've got a 7-degree drop in Pittsburgh, a 9-degree drop in those dew point numbers in Greensburg. So it feels way nicer out there than what we were dealing with last week. Look at the dew points in Beaver and Pittsburgh, mid-50s. Not bad. That's the comfortable category. You start getting the dew points down in the mid-60s like you're seeing there in Morgantown, and that's when it is feeling more humid. We will see these numbers, just to put it in perspective, going up into the 70s as we head into the end of the week, which means it's going to be feeling oppressive by Thursday and Friday. Take a look at the forecast, though, for this evening. If you have to go out and mow your lawn, temperatures will still be pretty warm at 7 and 8 o'clock, still hugging the 80s at 82 at 8 o'clock, and then we'll have a clear sky at 9, 79 degrees, so get out and do that. We have more rain on the way. Warm front, it's going to be lifting north across the area late tonight into the day tomorrow. So we'll bring in a chance for a spotty shower during the morning commute tomorrow. But I think the best chance for more widespread showers and storms will be coming in by Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. So this is a look at 4 o'clock, just a couple here and there. But here's 6 o'clock, 6:30. Showers and storms coming into Allegheny County. That's 7:30. Those showers and storms continuing to push off to the east. So it's not going to be a washout, rainy, all day kind of day, but we will be tracking periods of wet weather, and then of course heavy downpours, lightning, always a threat in storms. Keep that in mind if you do have any outdoor plans. Now, as the weather pattern remains unsettled through Wednesday, more showers and storms will be coming into the forecast, so we're going to keep them in Tuesday night and early Wednesday. You'll want your umbrella over the next couple of days. Wednesday afternoon and evening, the remnants or what is left over from Barry, we've been tracking that tropical cyclone since last week. Well, that's going to be coming across our area. So you combine that with the peak heating of the day, and Wednesday is going to be another day where we're going to be dodging showers and thunderstorms. In the meantime, the dew points come up tonight, which means the temperatures, they can't fall as fast, even under a mostly clear sky. So we're looking at a low of 68 degrees. So it's going to be a lot more mild when you head out the door tomorrow morning. Here's our dog walking forecast for the afternoon. Tomorrow looking at mid-80s. Once again, we'll top out near 85. But again, at times, showers and storms will be building in. So we're tracking those heat index values, which are actually going to be touching about 90 degrees in spots tomorrow. And then by Wednesday, we're looking at them once again. I mean, this is right around the noon hour tomorrow, and we're looking at heat index values already in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. So you factor in peak heating about 3 to 5 o'clock or so this time of year, and we're really talking low 90s for heat index values by Wednesday. Here's a check of my 5-day forecast. Thursday, 88, an isolated shower storm possible both Thursday and Friday. Friday, 92 with a feels like of about 100. Saturday, 92 isolated showers and storms with, again, a feels like of near 100 degrees. Really, Liz, over the next couple of days and into the weekend, you're going to want to hope for a shower to help cool you off with that high humidity.
All right, sounds good, Danielle. Well, we've had quite a few bear sightings in our area here in the past month. Here in the Rocky Mountains, they're everywhere. And one man shows us what not to do, the reason he could face jail time for this close encounter.
Not all stations cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 News covers stories in every local neighborhood.
Greensburg, Ross Township, Washington.
Some stations concentrate their coverage just in the city limits of Pittsburgh.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown.
Uniontown, Brentwood, Millvale.
That's one thing that makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact.
Wilkinsburg, South Park, Cranberry.
Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from...
Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Well, here a man shows us what not to do when you see a bear. He saw a mother bear and her cubs walking through this park in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, so he decided to get a closer look. But Mom charges at him. You can see her moving now. You can see she was trying to keep her cubs safe, though. Don't mess with the mom. Park rules ban tourists from knowingly coming within 50 yards of a bear. If that man's identified, he could face a fine and up to 6 months in jail. And an Ohio police officer is being hailed a hero. He recovered nearly $1 million for a family and shut down a scam. The couple moved their retirement savings to a jumbo CD, paying 5% with what they thought was a legitimate bank. Well, a detective got wind of it and managed to stop the money transfer just hours before it was about to be sent overseas.
My victim's account was going over to Hong Kong.
So here's a lesson to everyone. Research an investment company very carefully and make sure you're dealing with a real firm so you don't get scammed and lose your money. Well, the NFL said that it wants to have a new collective bargaining agreement in place by the fall season. The CBA expires next year, but one of the proposals is to expand the season to 18 games, but put a cap on participation to 16 games. Steelers' Cam Hayward tweeted quite simply, quote, 18 games is straight baloney, either way you cut it. Well, we'll wait and see what happens. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5. Have a great day.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Allegheny County.
You hear us say Channel 11 News 11 at 11 all the time.
But this is what it means.
It means you get 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
It means we deliver breaking news, local news happening now, and details about what's happened since 6.
All before the first commercial.
11 at 11 means I'll track storms and bring you your first look at weather before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Watch tonight.